Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So you're probably here watching this video because you saw the series and you want to know how to do HTML and CSS. Well, you came to the right video, and I'll be showing you from the beginning how to do HTML and what is it, what is CSS for. I'll be showing you everything of that. And if this series gets smashed with likes and subs, we'll get in a advanced HTML CSS, and if we like that, we'll get beginners JavaScript and advanced JavaScript too, and intermediate, all of that. So right now, this is the absolute tutorial of first timers. You have never seen an HTML file. You don't even know what HTML is. So the way that I use and edit my HTML CSS files are using this editor called Brackets. Brackets is an open source editor. You can find it online. It's brackets.io, and you just get on there and you download it. It's a very amazing editor, especially for beginners. I use this for beginners, and I still use it because it's such a good editor. So, to get started, all you want to do first is go into your File Explorer, and this works on a Mac or a Windows or Linux. You just go to your File Explorer and you make a new folder. And I named it Teacher because I'm teaching you guys how to do HTML, CSS. So after you make that file, you go to Brackets, and through Brackets, you open it up by clicking this right here. When you first see it, you'll see this box here should be empty, and it'll be an Open Folder button. You can click the Open Folder button, and then you can browse till you find the file that you just created, which you can name My Project or My First HTML, CSS. But today we'll be starting off with HTML. And if you're wondering how to create those files, you click File and you click New, and you do that twice. So you'll have two untitled files. Now, after that, you want to go back to your HTML CSS folder. Now, after you got back to that HTML CSS folder, you're going to go into here and you'll see two untitled files. Here it says index and style, but if you go back, and since you're doing it for the first time, you'll see two files that says Untitled 1 and 2. You want to click it like this, or give it a right click, and then you'll see Rename. Rename it to first one to index and the next one to style.css. Index.html, style.css. You can mix it up, but it's just going to get you confused. So I'm just showing how I learned this. So to continue, what is HTML? What is CSS? HTML is the borderline of what a HTML page looks like, what a website is. And CSS is like fonts. So let's think of HTML as your canvas, and CSS is the colors and the detail you put onto it. HTML just has just the words and basic pictures you see. This adds in all the color and the beauty and everything of it. So we're going to get started with HTML right away. So always when you want to do something, you want to start by clicking Shift, and then you have a Pac-Man, a bracket thing over here. That's what I call it. And you type in HTML, and you get that, and you want to close it, and you get a closing tag. You just want to click Enter and make some space inside. Now, since you've done that, always, right when you start, you want to make a head and a body. Those are the three main parts. You have to have an HTML, and then you have a head, and then you have a body under the head. Don't mix them up, because then it's going to get really confusing for yourself. So first you want to click this tag again. You want to click head. You want to close the head, and now you get a heading tag. And in this head, all you put here is, later we're going to use this for fonts and everything, but now we don't have any fonts, and we're not going to get that deep into anything. So all we're going to do is type in link. I'm going to click rel, style sheet, and now you want to click type, text.css, and now href, and then you want to scroll down to where it says style.css. So now you get style.css, and close it. So what we just did right now, if you followed along, and you don't have to follow along, you can just watch this on your free time and understand what this is. What we just did here is we took this HTML file and we linked it with this. Because if you don't link the two, there will be two separate files, and they will not have anything to do with each other. So now what we want to do is create a body file or a body tag. So you want to click body, B-O-D-Y. So as soon as you click B-O, it pops up and you have a closing tag right there. And you want to make some space inside of that. We can delete some of this right now. Oops, yeah. To delete some of that. Okay, so now we have some space inside the body. So for our first time, you don't know anything in this. So what we're going to do is create a header. So we use the header tag. Header. Second one. We click that, and you see this. In the header, you can create a nav bar. But we're not going to get that far into it right now. So all we're going to start off with is, we're really not going to need the header right now. So since we already have the body, you want to go back here, delete all this, and you want to click H1. So H1 means heading 1. And as you got up to H1 to H6. So H1 is the biggest, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just gets smaller by the number. And you can change the size. You can make 6 look really big by using CSS. But for now, so since we're doing basic HTML, we'll be using the H1 just how it is. So we'll just call this my blog post. Make that caps. My blog post. So, as you can see that we've made a HTML. Inside that we've made a head, linked our CSS file, which we will not be using this video. We might, but we probably won't get that far this video. And then after that, we got to body, and we made a body, and now we made our first heading. And now, if you guys want to see what this looks like, and you're like, I made my first heading, I want to see what this looks like, because I don't want to post my thing up without knowing what it looks like. So, of course you can do that. You just click this button, this lightning thing right here, live preview. It opens up this thing, and it shows you my blog post. So now you've already put your first heading onto your HTML page. So that's how you put a heading on there. Next, we want to put something else a blog post has. A little paragraph of words, because that's what a blog post is. So you want to add the P tag. The P tag is paragraph. And there you go, you already have your P tag right there. And right here we can just say, hi, my name is Krishna, and I do tutorials. So let's just say that's our paragraph, and just put some more random stuff into there. And so let's just say that's our paragraph for now. And paragraph doesn't have to be 6 sentences. A paragraph is just a tag. It's just a body of words. So we use the P tag. So now since we have made a paragraph, we can go view that. Click this. It opens it up, and we get to here. My blog post. Hi, my name is Krishna. I do tutorials. And the other text that we wrote that I don't know what this is. So now you're thinking, whoa, hold up. You just taught me how to do the HTML, add a head, add a body, add my first heading, a paragraph, and all this? Don't you think I'm a little overwhelmed? Well, and I assume that you are overwhelmed too. So I'm going to end the video here. And first, right before we do that, just make some space here. Let's get back here and put a tab here, just so it's all centered in. So, what I taught you in this video is how to get the editor, which is known as brackets. I'll put that in the link below. And after that, how to make an HTML and CSS file, and then create a folder and everything for it, and make an HTML tag, a head tag, a body tag, my first heading, my first paragraph, and linking the HTML and CSS. You probably are like super confused on what's going on right now, But follow along and you'll 100